Hello, I'm Gal in grade 7.
Hi, I'm Shirley in grade 10.
Welcome to the Vegan Vibes workshop. In this workshop, we're going to talk about the negative effects of the livestock industry. That also includes dairy and eggs. And at the end, what you can do about it. So first of all, greenhouse gases. The livestock industry produces over 20% of worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. That's a lot. For example, cows fart. They fart a gas called methane, and methane is even worse than CO2. In the US alone, cows produce 12 billion gallons of methane every day. That's a lot. Raising livestock causes 65% of all nitrous oxide emissions in the world. Now, nitrous oxide is a gas with 296 times bigger of a warming potential. That means it is 296 times more efficient than CO2 at trapping the heat in.
Livestock production also uses huge amounts of water. For example, to produce the meat for 4 Big Macs, which weigh about 1 kilo, it takes 15,500 liters of water. In comparison, to grow 8 potatoes, which also weigh about 1 kilo, it takes only 250 liters. Livestock production also uses huge amounts of land. Did you know that 40% of the land worldwide is used for livestock production? Where does all this land come from? Well, a lot of it comes from chopping down and burning rainforests. The Amazon rainforest is being destroyed at an alarming rate, and a lot of this rainforest is being destroyed for livestock production. Instead of having a rainforest sucking up carbon and a hub of biodiversity, you have a barren agricultural field producing tons of greenhouse gases. A lot of people say that vegans eat soy, and that's not sustainable either. But did you know that 80% of the soy produced worldwide is used to feed livestock? Soy is actually a relatively resource-efficient crop. The problem is the huge, unnatural amounts produced to feed livestock.
The bottom line is, producing animal products uses up a lot of energy, resources, and land, and is responsible for a significant part of worldwide greenhouse gas emissions.
One of the main arguments against veganism is that it's unhealthy, but the way that animal products are produced nowadays is very unhealthy as well. Contrary to popular belief, you can get all the nutrients you need, including protein, from a plant-based diet. Animals are raised in small, crowded spaces, which means that it's easy for them to get different diseases, so they're all treated with antibiotics right away, as well as growth hormones to speed up their growth. All of these chemicals eventually end up in our food and can harm us as well. Animal products are also high in unhealthy saturated fat, which leads to higher levels of cholesterol and an increased risk of heart disease. According to many studies, vegans and vegetarians have a stronger immune system, lower cholesterol levels, and a lower risk of heart disease. In fact, the Canadian Food Guide recommends a plant-based diet. You can check out their website to see where you can get all of your plant-based nutrients.
So let's move on to ethics. Well, first off, animal products are very resource inefficient to produce. The cycle goes like this. We grow a crop and then feed it to animals, and then we eat the animals or something that the animal produced. Along this process, a lot of energy stored as calories is lost. However, if you eat a plant-based diet, we grow food and then straight away eat it, and like that, no energy is lost. With all of the crops fed to livestock worldwide, we could feed 4 billion people. Don't you think it's unfair that we let ourselves eat food that uses up so much energy and resources when there are other people around the world who don't have enough? If the whole world went on a plant-based diet, we could solve world hunger. So let's move on to water. The livestock industry uses tremendous amounts of water. With the amount of water used by the meat industry alone in 4 hours, the whole world would have enough to drink for 1 full year. That's crazy. So let's move on to the unfair treatment of animals. Well, for this, we're going to show you a short clip from the movie Food Inc. that we also recommend in the description.
It is nasty in here. There's dust flying everywhere. There's feces everywhere. This isn't farming. This is just mass production, like an assembly line in a factory.
So as you saw in the video, the chickens are treated atrociously. Well, what about milk or eggs, you might be thinking, because the animals aren't killed for our consumption. Chickens are overexploited, and at a very young age, their bodies become so weak that the companies find them useless and send them to the slaughterhouse just because they're not worth the money. The same goes for milk cows as well. And for milk cows, actually, the males are sent straight to the slaughterhouse because they don't produce milk. So now on to human rights. The workers of the livestock industry work on low wages and bad conditions. These workers are also often illegal immigrants, therefore they can't complain because if they do, their companies can simply report them. So as you saw, the livestock industry has many ethical problems.
To sum up, if you went on a plant-based diet for one day, you would save 1,100 liters of water, 23 kilos of grains, 3 square meters of forest, 5 kilos of carbon dioxide, and 1 animal life. So now you're probably thinking, wow, but what can I do about all that? Going vegan is a big change, and of course that choice should be up to you. But even if you don't want to go 100% vegan, there's a lot you can do. The first thing you can do is to just incorporate more plant-based foods into your diet. Learn new plant-based recipes, and then just slowly start eating them more and more. Every meal where you choose plant-based foods instead of animal-based ones has a positive impact, so don't get discouraged if you can't get rid of meat or dairy completely. Every meal helps. When you do buy animal products, choose organic and local ones as much as possible. These have a lower negative impact than traditional industrialized animal products. When you buy seafood, look for ones that have an ASC or MSC certification label. This means that they've been certified and are more sustainable than traditional fisheries and aquaculture. If you do want to go vegan or vegetarian, make sure to do it gradually. You need time to integrate the new habit into your lifestyle. You have to make sure you're getting all the nutrients you need, and your body needs time to adapt. I hope this video was helpful. Please check out the plant-based recipes in this playlist and the many resources in the description.